A very good morning once again. This is the third part of video 8 on the topic mathematics is a language. In this part, I am going to try my best to relate mathematics in nature. According to Euclid, the law of nature are but the mathematical thoughts of God. Mathematics is all around us. As we discover more and more about our environment and our surroundings, we see that nature can be described mathematically. So, first, let us consider geometrical shape, and in that, perfect shape. Earth is the perfect shape for minimizing the pull of gravity on its outer edges. A sphere geometry describes such shape. The next geometrical shape in the nature which we can get is polyhedral. For a beehives, close packing is important to minimize the use of space. Hexagons fit most closely together without any gap. So hexagonal back cells are what bees create to store their eggs and larvae. The third, conical shape, that is cones. Volcanoes forms cones, the steepness and the height of which depends on the viscosity of the lava. The fourth example of geometrical shape in nature, that is parallel lines. In mathematics, parallel lines stretch to infinity, neither converging nor diverging. These parallel lines, parallel dunes in the Australian desert, are not the perfect the physical world rarely is. Moving ahead, in the nature, we will find Fibonacci spiral. If you construct a series of squares with length equal to the Fibonacci number like 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, etc. and trace a line through the diagonals of each square, it forms a Fibonacci spiral. Many examples of the Fibonacci spiral can be seen in nature, including in the chambers of Nautilus shell. The third, that is symmetry. Symmetry is everywhere you look in nature. There are two kinds of symmetries. The first one, bilateral symmetry. One is bilateral symmetry in which an object has two sides that are mirror image of each other. The human body would be an excellent example of a living being that has bilateral symmetry. Next type of symmetry, that is radial symmetry. This is where there is a center point and numerous lines of symmetry could be drawn. Radial symmetry can be classified as either cyclic or dihedral. For hibiscus provides us with cyclic symmetry. It has C5 symmetry. The petals overlaps so the symmetry might not be readily seen. And one more example, that is a starfish provides us with dihedral 5 symmetry. Not only do we have 5 rotation of 72-degree each, but we also have 5 lines of reflection. And the fourth, that is golden ratio. Have you ever heard about the golden ratio? In mathematics, two quantities are in the golden ratio if their ratio is the same as the ratio of their sum to the larger of the two quantities, or the ratio of consecutive numbers in Fibonacci sequence approaches a number known as golden ratio or 5. Its approx value is 1.6180 and so on. Architects use it to design buildings. Scientists applies it to nature's recurring spiral arrangement, and even artists use the proportions in their artistic design. A golden spiral formed in a manner similar to tracing the seeds of a sunflower from the center outwards. And the fifth, which I have here for you, that is fractals. A fractal is a never ending pattern that are self similar across different scales, driven by recursions. Fractals are images of dynamic system, the pictures of chaos, which is given here for you. Mathematics expresses itself everywhere, in almost every facet of life, in nature all around us. Mathematics is an essential tool that helps make the world go around. It's no wonder that as a field of study, mathematics is a fun, fascinating and useful degree program to pursue. A mathematics student will learn all these and much more if he or she choose to pursue this field of study. Here are a few more reasons to study mathematics. And first, excellent for your brain. Mathematics describes the real world application. It develops better problem solving skills. It helps almost every career. It helps understand the world better. Mathematics describe abstract structures. Mathematics describes mathematics, that is, mathematics can be used reflexively to describe itself. This is an area of mathematics called meta-mathematics. And lastly, it is the universal language. Thank you very much.